Picture this if you will. A man suffering from writer's block goes with his wife on vacation to a small cabin in the woods. There, under the power of an evil force, he starts writing a book that may actually destroy the world. This is the story of The Writer. He walked into the cabin. The air around him was stale, stagnant, dead. It was hard to concentrate with noises in his head. A voice called to him, crying out beyond the shadows. It wanted out, it wanted freedom, and needed him right now. So it devised a plan to guide this man and guide his hand to return the dam to stretch far out across the land. Rocks, trees, and sand, none can withstand the dark presence. The stranger in the corner, the monster in the night of which the legends try to warn you. It only comes to life though if creators give it power. So it trapped the writer out of sight, out of light for several hours. It took his wife, it held her life and dangled it like prizes. For their exchange he must remain and write as darkness rises. I write things that come alive and blow your mind like night springs. Stay a while and you will find that bright things fade away into decay as night brings the darkness growing stronger as I write. Before the writer can finish the story that would bring about the return of darkness, he is saved by a being in a flash of light. He escapes the cabin as it sinks to the depths below. While driving away, he crashes the car and loses all memory of the night before. He woke up several hours later, sitting in his car, or so it seemed, near a town full of strangers, and not one had seen his wife since the night before. He wasn't sure how he washed ashore from the cabin. Now the bridge was torn, lost track of time from night till morning. The warning of the townsfolk was to stay in well-lit places. When night comes, people change and something blurs their faces. With nothing but flares, a flashlight, and revolver, he headed towards the darkness. He would be their problem solver. The defiant writer angered the dark presence who's reliant on the writer to come release its essence. It brought violence to the writer. It called to him, it beckoned, it will silence the writer until he learns his lesson. I write things that come alive and blow your mind like night springs. Stay a while and you will find that bright things fade away into decay as night brings the darkness growing stronger as I write. He traveled through the forest. The piercing cries of ravens overhead rang throughout the night and echoed in his ears until they bled. He would fight through the several hordes of people who were taken by the dark presence, finding more of the pages he mistakenly had written for the darkness. He would slowly piece the story of this evil's rise to power and return to former glory. His words became reality, his writing the law. He thought he could control it all. That's when he heard the chainsaw. That's when he heard the chainsaw. I write things that come alive and blow your mind like night springs. Stay a while and you will find that bright things fade away into decay as night brings the darkness growing stronger as I write things that come alive and blow your mind like night springs. Stay a while and you will find that bright things fade away into decay as night brings the darkness growing stronger as I write.